Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to episode number 2. Today we're going to be playing the Waterworm chapter, and we are going to be doing that with my Musashi, who I've leveled up to level 3, with the singular bronze crystal I got from the last chapter. We are going to start off by doing our 20 pulls. As I said, after each chapter I am allowed 20 pulls, and then we are going to start. So we will just also ignore my one sigils. I'm not going to be using one sigil anyways. But unfortunately I can't get rid of them. They just carry over from my previous profile, so I can't really do anything with that. So I'm sorry about that. We'll start off with my first summon. Okay, so we have our 5-star going here. It's likely going to be a dragon. Let's see if I get anything new. Anything new would be beneficial for me. Oh, and it's a bow. So this could be very good, but we'll see. The agony, fine. Don't really care about any of that. Okay, so I get Beach Cleo. Okay. I don't know how good she is. We can go ahead and take a look. Sorry about the pop-up. Okay, so she's a support, ability, paralysis, blah, okay. And then boss, about 10 hits, skill haste, paralysis equals skill haste. I guess there's some potential here, but probably not going to be using her, but we will see. And here's, we do not have a 5-star, unfortunately. Also, since the last episode, I tried to lower the in-game music volume to start hearing better. It seems a bit loud, but I think it should be better now. I'll just quickly skip through all this because this is incredibly valuable. In Orchis, the drop rate for characters are up, so that's incredibly bad, but it's alright. Now we'll just start with Waterworm's Cradle. Here we will be meeting Luca, and also just so you know, I am going to be doing all side parts as well. We're just gonna skip through that stuff. Okay, so here is our first challenge. This really should not be that difficult, but it will definitely jump up in difficulty from chapter number 1. And I am still singular. I just think this game is pretty safe because even his basic attacks hurt me a little bit. I put down to get this poison off, which is very beneficial to me, and now I can just turn off. Oh, this is absolutely annihilating. You can start to see where it's starting to become a little bit more difficult. The difference here is that I guess Musashi has a bit more forward facing character and attack animation. Well, Yuden has a bit more circular, so I have a little bit more AoE with Yuden, so I don't have to position as well. He will adjust in an easier way for me. Next one, again, these really should be a walk in the park for me. I've been playing this game basically grab giant crystals, His basic attacks are far harder to land, and he has a lot of stagger. This is a bit annoying. How much do I need to... Okay, there we go. There we go. And now activate full. Annihilate him. Okay, much better. That is another thing that you do have to unfortunately worry about. I am not going to be running a lot of ranged characters. Except for like Opera Karina. But this is definitely one of the like challenges I will be running into. Which is that it is quite difficult to do things like shield. Now thankfully those only are for lizard men. And I am not going to be using or going up against that many lizard men here. Once I do unlock force strength, it will be fine. So, as you can see, the might requirements are going up considerably. I am now at about 1000 might below the requirement, which just gives you an idea to see like, hey, I can do this, should be happening. Once you get used to the control scheme now. So this is the serpent I was talking about. I don't know if you remember that from before, but he does have a very annoying combination where he can use basic attack and then hit me with his breath, which is very annoying. And like even these little knockbacks are extremely annoying. That again, this is partially because I'm using Musashi. Musashi is not even a good character. And since I'm within melee, I'm getting melee, which leads to me getting slight knockback. It just I think ultimately the idea here is that I'm just going to be running through the main part and then potentially doing the AX part. Also, if you want to know what this chapter is about, basically, older brother is annoying. This guy's name is Emil, and he is decimating villages, kind of, and he still discards little sisters. Very bad explanation. But really, this part is just a bunch of boss fights. Simple by that, it's not that much. Really. And all of these basic attacks, and then I get off one skill, and they're dead. Okay, waiting for the loader. Also, I think this episode might be a little longer than last one. I'm not sure how it's gonna be, but we'll see. Yeah. I'm hoping that shield this time isn't gonna. Okay, good thing I have a 2000 to go off of. I'm just gonna aggro this guy. Actually, I'll share it off. to get my skill up. Oh shit. Okay. Good. I want that. Again, this is one of the issues. I can't make it deal very well this time. But it's alright. I'm sure I'll get a better one character. And I won't need a wind character for quite a while. Actually. So this makes it a lot easier. I just have to deal with the annoyance of using Musashi for another couple sections of the chapter, and then I'm done. So, Tyrannon Empire being reborn, and all the soldiers are terrorizing people. They're evil. I don't even remember the whole story from this part, because it's been so long since I played it. This has been actually long. Again, you can see how it's starting to settle out to be. I'm generally about half of the might requirement below, which is generally what it's going to be for most of the stage. You get an idea, right? I could have a bunch of lower level characters. So this is why I was trying to just dodge over the puddles, because fog becomes very tricky. Most of this forest clearing is actually very simple. Okay, a good one. What is this my dragon? Oh my god! This dude! I'm lost. I was lost then. Okay, well, I guess I just have to run to the boss now. This has been very annoying. I don't have anything to use. Okay, I'm just running. Oh no. Oh, let me get to the boss. Where's the boss? Where is he? What the... Did I make it? Oh, it's over. Frick! No! Okay, I'm gonna retry really quickly. Ay, ay, ay. That was embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to realize how probably the most annoying thing here is those gosh darn freaking lizards. Those guys are so annoying. Oh my god. And I just got bugged. Okay. Literally. Oh my gosh. Wait, this time I'm gonna clear out everything else first. Okay. Out. Stuff like that. And then we're gonna good. Okay. Okay. Charge. Now, here we go. So now I'm really within possibility of dying. Okay, super sweet. There we go. Yeah, I was kind of wondering why was Bluff not popping up last time? Now it makes sense. Okay. Okay. I'm just so embarrassed by the fact I lost to the time that time. That's just so bad. For someone who's been fighting like Agito and Primal Dragon, I just feel so bad. Ugh. It's fine. Okay. The thing is, most of these bosses, the amount of damage they actually deal to me with their normal attack is about the same amount as I would be taking the normal mob. So it's okay if I'm getting consistently hit by normal attacks. It's just I want to avoid getting hit by skills. But I really haven't been hit by very many skills at all. Okay. And now we're about to hit the water worm boss fight. The water worm is Mercury, and she is supposed to be Emil. Oh, Dragon. Who's my brother. My character's brother. Who's evil. Supposed. Name drop. But yeah. Okay. Also, sorry about the audio quality being so bad. There's not much I can do about that. I'll try to see if I can use my headphones microphone next time, but we'll see if that makes any difference. I doubt it. Okay. So, here we go. This is going to be, I believe, the last chapter? We'll see. I think it's the last chapter. If I'm wrong, then that's completely on me. Okay. So, no time limit is very nice. The fact that he has this jump back on one of his basic attacks is so annoying, which I'm starting to regret choosing him to play. But that means that I'll just be playing a different character next time. Yeah. Okay. So, but yes, that big annoyance is definitely his jump back on his basic attack. So, here we go. We're into the Mercury fight. I'm gonna try to avoid the basic attack as much as possible. You can definitely see Mercury is a step above. I'll just go. You can see that there's a lot more attacks that I'm getting now, as opposed to the stuff. Yeah. There we go. It's definitely a harder fight. It's not that I was even close to dying at all in there, but it's just in the amount of different types of attack. And the attack patterns, they're very different. So, right, we're starting to get to This is a bit of a harder attack pattern now. But, yeah. So, the Mercure fight basically just mixes up with, okay, you know those, like, bonk melee attacks you've been getting hit by? Okay, now we're gonna also add one that shoots a little water ball. And then for his other attack, is boom, spiral, and blast. Boom, spiral, blast, basically. Okay, so we'll move on to chapter 3 next time, not this time, next time. But yeah, I mean, that about sums up the beginning. And the good thing now is that we've unlocked Elemental Ruins, Avenue of Fortune, and Avenue to Power. So, before we end today, I'm going to be doing Avenue to Power Beginner to be able to get some resources. So, just to make sure that my other characters are leveled up to where they need to be for the next chapter, because now I'd rather start on at least level 10 or so, rather than... Also, this is showing off why Odetta is actually very good for these levels. She's a really smooth thing to do. And also, if you notice, I got hit there once, and her attack immediately blocked it back. These guys with it actually is a lot more fun, I think, than story quests for the most part. Awesome. And now we are on the final wave, which is really just gold back here, which is just a damage check. But it's just a little bit more chance and you get to see Holy Crusade, which is her book. Anyway, that about wraps it up for today. And I guess I can show you me leveling up my character for next time, which is Sandalphon. But I think that should pretty much be it. Other than that, I'll go into here, you can see all my characters, and then I want to bring her up to level 15, I think, probably. Because okay, I'll upgrade to that. I'll upgrade to this. And then just go here and add the sign in. And probably not this one. I'll do that. Okay. Well, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time in Chapter 3.